Hey guys, this is Diana Ballard, and welcome to the Mom Training Podcast, where we discuss the skills and strategies to create possibilities in motherhood and make it more fun, efficient, organized, and peaceful. You can find more information or connect with me online at dianaballard.com or at Diana Ballard Live on social media. Hello, ladies. It is so awesome to have you joining us today. Hope you had a wonderful week. And if you listened to last week's episode about raising up leaders, hope you were able to apply some of what we talked about to your own family, whether it be with you, your husband, or your kids. Today, we're going to talk about raising our standard. When I first thought of the topic of raising your standard, I had so many different directions we could go. But I really feel that what we're going to talk about today is something that all of us moms, especially with young children, need to hear. So we'll see if I can try to do this in a full circle and have it all make sense. The biggest thing that I feel that we need to raise our standard for is our self-care. So here's the spin I'm going to put on it. I want you right now, as you're listening, to look right around you. What does your house look like? And if your house does not look like if you were going to have your mother-in-law come over right now, would you feel good about it? And you shouldn't care what people think, whatever, but excuse me, you do care. So if someone was just going to stop by just right now, walk in your house, how would you feel about it? Now, we get so good sometimes at ignoring the chaos and the yucky around us. There are so many things to focus on, so many people to take care of, trying to take care of ourselves along the way, meals to be cooked, lunches to be made, clothes to be washed. I mean, there's a lot for us to do as moms and housewives. And as a mom, you find yourself in your house all the time. You're there for nap time, you're there to make meals, you're there to eat the meals, you're there to put people to bed, you wake up there in the morning. Like, our home is our main environment where we can either feel peace or we can feel chaos. So what I want you to focus on today is I want you to look around you. And if you're like, man, I am not happy with the way that my house looks, first take a deep breath. Give yourself a pat on the back because you've been trying the best that you can. You've been doing a great job. But it's time for us to up our standard. Up the standard of how our house looks, because it's not just about having a clean house. It's about our own peace level and our mental and emotional health. Because I don't know about you, but a messy house triggers the heck out of being angry and upset and stressed. Like, when the house is a mess, everything else seems so much more overwhelming than it really needs to be. But when my house is clean, especially my kitchen, I can ignore some places in my house that seem to, for some reason, just pile up crap. And I don't know why it happens. But when I come in the morning and I come into a clean kitchen where I have wiped off the counters, I have swept the floor, oh my gosh, that starts my day so differently than if I was to come in to see a disgusting, messy food stuck all over the counter. I have to clear the whole counter before I can even make breakfast type of style. It makes a huge difference in how my day starts and how it continues. It goes from, oh my gosh, okay, the counter's clean, I can get everything out and make breakfast and it's totally fine, instead of being angry when I come out and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got to clear all these things. There's food stuck all over them because I didn't do them last night. And now like I'm going to have to soak them. It's going to take twice as long to scrub them. And, you know, the kids are saying, I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. And then I miss my breakfast. Like I don't eat my breakfast till like 10 because I'm trying to get the kids breakfast and cleaning everything. And it just totally ruins my morning. Now, it doesn't happen every morning that it like completely messes me up, right? If there's a messy kitchen when I wake up in the morning, you know, a lot of times there's a reason. It's either that I was up late doing something, or I had a meeting, or, you know, I was on the date night with my husband, or, you know, something that was, you know, keeping me rolling, or I'm not feeling good and I got to go to bed, or I have a busy day tomorrow and got to go to bed, whatever. So it's not every morning that it's messy that I'm like, okay, like this is driving me up a wall. But it increases the chances of having like a bad day by how my kitchen looks when I wake up in the morning, or how the front room looks. Like, you know, you step on something and it's like all of a sudden you're like, you know, you're like, who put that Lincoln log in the middle of the floor? And you know exactly who did it, you know, one of the kids or that toddler, you know. But having a clean house will increase the amount of good days you have and the better that you feel. And cleaning your house gives you a sense of fulfillment that you really can't get anywhere else. I want you to experiment with that. When you clean a whole area, like look at it and be like, dang, I'm a boss. This looks good. You know, and does it last 24 hours? Maybe not. I live in a 600 square foot apartment with 5 of us in there. Okay, my kids share a room, me and my husband and baby share a room. Our front room is our office, our living room, our dining room, our library. I mean, it's a small little area. So this place gets messy so fast. But in the consistent effort to keep it clean, it feels so much better. And I feel so much better about myself, about, you know, being in charge of my household, because I take pride in my household. I love my home. Yeah, it's small, but it fits our needs right now, and it's super cheap, and that's why we're here. Could we go someplace and get a bigger place with a couple more rooms, a lot more space, maybe a backyard? Yeah. But we're saving so much money living here. And so because I'm living here, this is my territory. And this is where I'm going to take pride in my territory. And in doing that, and when I do have it clean the way that I like to, man, there's no feeling like it. There's nothing that can compare to how fulfilled I feel when I'm like, man, this place looks awesome. I love this little house. I love this little home that I have. So do you take pride in your home? Does a clean house bring you peace and joy? Now I'm going to give you a couple ideas of how to create better ways to clean your house. Now, you've heard me talk about the house as a vomiting house monster. Well, good thing you're a mom because you clean up vomit perfectly, right? I mean, if you are a mom and you've never cleaned up vomit, then like, I'm just going to applaud you and be like, you keeping your kid in a box? Like, all of us moms have cleaned up vomit. We are capable of taking care of hard, disgusting, tiring things, okay? And the vomiting house monster that continues to make your house a project every single day, literally every single day. Like, there's no way of getting out of taking care of your home if you have kids and a husband. There is no way that you can get out of taking care of your home every single day. I mean, you can not do anything, but it'll pile up and pile up. And then you're like, holy crap, I'm so overwhelmed. And you got to start with the one couch cushion again, where you're like, I'm going to clean off this one couch cushion. And then you know what? After that, I'm going to clean off this. And then I'm going to do one thing of dishes. I'm going to do one sink full of dishes right now. I'm going to do, fold 5 things out of the laundry. And that's how you work yourself out of overwhelm when your house is a complete disaster. But I want you to think about, how can I create a little tiny routine that helps me to keep my house clean? And I'll tell you what I've been working on right now. And that is picking up throughout the day, having kids help, whatever. But once the kids are in bed, I set a timer for 20 minutes and I go to town on my house. Now I've been cleaning throughout the day, I've been putting dishes away and cleaning as much as possible throughout the day. But that 20 minutes at the end of the day is when I can finish up the last finishing touches, that when I wake up in the morning, it's like, oh my gosh, I am a whole new person. And I feel excellent. I go to bed feeling so much better. Now, it may just be one area. There could be a pile on the couch that I'm like, dude, I am not touching that tonight because that's going to take way longer than 20 minutes. But I know that I can clean off this couch, I can clean off the table, and I can clean off all the counters and sweep the floor. Like in that 20 minutes, I can accomplish that. So think to yourself, how can I make a routine or try something that instead of when the kids go to bed, I don't sit on the couch and I get on my phone. Nope. I don't even sit down and watch my show or whatever until that 20 minutes of cleaning is done. And sometimes you'll find yourself being like, dude, this is awesome. I'm going to keep cleaning. Do it. If you can give it 25, 30 minutes, but 20 minutes is the base of what you do. And you will be so surprised if you do that every single night, how much better your house is going to look and how much better you're going to feel. You will feel better about yourself. You'll feel better about your home, about your accomplishments, about what you're working on. Like, it will change a lot. Your house environment influences you way more than you think. And one more tip I'm going to give you. If you're just literally like exploding and overflowing with stuff, get rid of it. Get rid of stuff. Go through a purge, man. Go through and take out a bunch of toys from your kids. Like, either you can have them do it with you, say we can choose between this toy and this toy, or just go through and clean it out yourself. Oh no, Diana, that's so terrible. Listen, you do what you need to make your home a safe place for you and your family, which making it a safe place for your family also means that mommy's happy, that there's not a bunch of crap all over the house. Second thing, stop buying stuff. That is literally one of the biggest money savers, is just stop buying it. You're like, duh, Diana, that's obvious. But you'd be surprised how much stuff people buy all the time. All the time. If you have a soft addiction of buying things, work on it, because it's making your house chaotic by how messy it is, because eventually you run out of space to put things. Purge your house, stop buying things, give it away, sell it, whatever you need to do. Buy storage containers and, organize things, whatever. Figure out what you need to do to decrease the chaos and the clutter in your house. And I promise you that it'll make you feel so much better about yourself, about life in general, and you'll start to feel more and more empowered every single day that you work on your house. Are you going to have bad days? Or are you going to have bad weeks where your house is like a complete disaster because you're so busy, you don't feel good, something's happening, like, I don't know, you're traveling somewhere, you're working on something. Yeah, there are going to be times like that. But the thing we work on here on the Mom Training Podcast is a consistent, peaceful effort in creating our life. So there are going to be ups and downs in everything that we do. But as we continue to practice these habits and continue to be like, no, I'm going to keep moving forward with this because I've seen what it does for me. I've seen the results and seen the peace that I have when I work on these things. It makes a difference. You make a difference as a mom. Do this, think about this, create a routine and a habit that works for you, that helps your mental and emotional health and your physical health. I mean, when you're mentally and emotionally stable, your health is better too. Take care of yourself, mama, by taking care of your house. Raise your standard of what your house looks like and what your environment is around you. Know that I am thinking about you often and really trying to think, what do they need to hear this week? I really hope this stuff is helping you. You guys are the best. You're awesome moms. Don't give up on working on these things. I promise that all these things that we talk about will change your family life so much. Share this with another mom. Get on the social media and share this all over that you can. Talk to another mama about it that you are meeting at the grocery store, whatever. Thank you so much for doing that, and have a great week, and we'll see you next episode on the Mom Training Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning into the Mom Training Podcast. If you liked what you heard, I would so appreciate a rating and review from you on any platform you listen to this on. If you have any questions or podcast ideas, you can message me on my social media at Diana Ballard Live or shoot me an email on my website. See you next week.